Am I audible, right?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss about Spring Framework. So let me complete some theory about it. After that, we'll be going to Eclipse and see what we'll do there. So actually, Spring is a lightweight framework, and at the same time, we can call it as a framework of frameworks. So why it is like that? Because it will be giving so many. For example, you can see IOC, AOP, DAO, context, ORM, all this. So these are also frameworks. So Spring only giving all this. That's why we will be calling it as framework of frameworks. So where we are using it in, like whenever we wanted to create a website and we wanted to connect it with the database and all those operations from the website to the database, all the places we can use Spring, and for all the other things website we can use HTML, CSS in the our project only. That's how this framework is helping us in the problems and projects. So the sub frameworks we are getting in Spring are IOC, AOP, DAO, ORM, WebMVC, all those. So we'll be discussing few of them in the aim of completing Spring framework also. So main thing is IOC, which is inversion of control. So using this only, we will be injecting the objects, that is also called as dependency injection. So we'll see how it happens in the example. That will be easy to understand. So first of all, we'll understand what is the work of IOC. First, just observe this code. This is one simple class, and it is asking object of the address class. So we can see here one class is student, and inside it we have object to address. So we are asking another class object inside a class. So we have the constructor and we are assigning the object here. So this is one way of writing the object inside a class, and this is normal procedure. So what is main thing here is to understand how inversion of control is helping us. So coming to this thing, it is tightly coupled, and here you can see dependency between the student and address is tightly coupling. So tight coupling. So IOC will help us to make it loose coupling. So this is the example what IOC will made for us. So you can see here. Here also we have same class employee, and it is also requiring address. But here we are passing this address to the constructor of employee and assigning that address object to the current object. So we are using this keyword and assigning this object to current object. So this is the best way to write, and this is the work IOC will be doing. So the advantage of this is it makes the code loosely coupled. So there is no need to modify the code or logic when we move to new environments. So that is the flexibility IOC will be giving us. Everywhere when we are working with Spring Framework, there will be IOC compulsory. And we can also see in Spring Framework, IOC container is responsible to inject the dependency. We provide metadata to the IOC container either by XML file or annotation. So today we will be discussing about XML file only, how it will be taking. After that, we will be seeing annotation also. So IOC will be injecting the dependency, means injecting the object that is address here. So whatever the object we are requiring, it is injects wherever we want. So that is the flexibility and advantage with the IOC. We can also see advantages like makes the code loosely coupled, so easy to maintain, makes the code easy to test. And coming to Spring framework, we have few advantages that are Spring will be having predefined templates, so that will be understandable when we are going to JDBC and Hibernate. For now, you just simply understand what it is. So Spring framework provides templates for JDBC, Hibernate, JPA. Coming to JPA, it is also similar to JDBC, but JPA will be we will be having JPA in Spring Boot. So here we don't. Audible? I'm audible. Sorry for the disturbance. Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So JPA.
Ma'am, what is JPA?
Yeah, that is I'm telling. So JPA will be we are using in Spring Boot. So it is similar to JDBC only, but why we are calling it JPA is it will be adding few more advantages um, over JDBC, and here we don't need to create any table. So the table and everything will be created automatically. So yesterday till now when we are working with JDBC, we are creating all the tables and relations in the backend, and then we are performing operations. But JPA, we don't need to do anything. Everything is already predefined and given. We just simply go there and use it. That's it. So JPA will be using in Spring Boot, that is fully automatic, and Hibernate will be in Spring, and JDBC also Spring. So these are the advantages it is providing. And here also you can see, so there is no need to write too much code. It has the basic steps of these technologies. So there is similar, like that is the thing only, we don't write much code. Like when we are working with JDBC, we are writing lines of code. But coming to this Spring and Spring Boot JPA, we just use the methods: insert, update, save, all those. Everything behind operation is written before only. So there is no need to write so many lines of code. That is the advantage we have with JPA, JDBC, and Hibernate in the Spring. And loosely coupling is one of the advantage. And one more thing, easy to test. So one of the things that we know is we can also test the applications in Eclipse, so it will be mostly understandable when we are entirely working with testing domain. So as a developer, we just do the unit testing only, but coming to testing, Spring Boot will be giving the features to easy to test also. So that is one of the thing. And lightweight, Spring Framework is lightweight because it is because of its POSO implementation. The Spring Framework doesn't force the programmers to inherit any class or implement any interface. That is why it is set non-invasive. So we will be injecting the beans and dependencies whenever we want. So there is no need to inherit, implement all these things. We are not required. And using Spring, we can increase the age of development, and that will be fast and quick. So we will be saving our time. And one more thing, powerful abstraction, and it provides powerful abstractions to Java EE is enterprise edition specifications such as JMS, JDBC, JPA, and JD. Declarative support. It provides declarative support for catching, validating, and transactions and formatting. So all these things when we will be understanding when we are working with example. So till now, just you know the advantages. This theory is not that much important. No one will be coming asking what are the advantages like this when you are programming. So if you know, it is helpful. That's it. So first you need to understand Spring modules. So Spring will be looking like this. All these modules will be having inside it. Here you can see JDBC, ORM, JMS transactions, web servlets, portlets, structs, AOP aspects, even all these are modules of Spring. So each and everything I just given here. One second. So here we can see base one is test. You can see here in the image. So we are going from down to top. So we'll be reading all these for our understanding. So test, this layer provides support of testing with JUnit and TestNG. These will be understandable much more for the testers. So just remember it, no need to think about it. Okay. And Spring Core container contains core beans, context and expression language modules. So beans will be like when we wanted to pass any class object, we will be declaring it with the bean annotation. That is one. And context will be we will be using in the main class when we are accessing the bean in the main class. And expression language is to pass the attributes in the runtime, or some like when we are passing attributes to the HTML document also sometimes it required. So that time we can use expression language, and in XML files so we'll be using attributes. So that time also expression language is useful. Expression language is like a syntax to pass the attributes. How will passing integer, how will passing string, all those. And that is coming under Spring Core container. And then core beans. These modules provide IOC and dependency injection features. So IOC we just saw. So this will come under core and beans. Here in the image you can see core and beans. Context and expression language is coming Spring Core container. So core beans is giving this flexibility. One second. So IOC it is giving, and then context. I just said this module supports internationalization, uh, basic remoting. So just no need to go deep into it. Just you just read it once. That's it. If this context and all these, I will tell in the example how we are using it. So expression language, I said as it is for passing the attributes and values to the wherever we require. So according to the property values, we can use expression language. And one more thing, AOP and aspects of instrumentation. These models supports aspect-oriented programming implementation where you can use advices, point cards, etc. So aspect-oriented program is one more thing. We will be discussing in end of the spring. So here we'll be following one more different procedure for an application. So that we'll discuss at that time. One more thing I wanted to tell you: data access and integration. Okay. This group comprises of JDBC ORM. So all this I think you know for now. So JDBC is for the similar to Java JDBC only, but coming to Spring we will be having few of the advantages over it, and coming to ORM it will be more than this. More than JDBC will be having in ORM. So that is also I will be telling you. And one more feature is web. So this comprises of web servlet. So when we wanted to work with program like this and we are getting output in the console, this is not related to web, but when we run a program we'll be seeing output on the internet explorer. Some local host will be opening, and that time we are using web. So that thing will come under this web module. So now we'll simply create Spring application, how it looking like and what are the things we are using. So the four main important steps for Spring application are: create the class, and that class will be having some attributes and properties. So we are using this class object in our main class, that is test. So here you can see main also, take main also, that's fine. So one more thing, context file creation. Here we'll be passing the values, and we'll be telling the uh, project like IOC. This is the bean I wanted. This is the bean I wanted. This place. So all this information will go here, and we can also pass the values from XML file only. And then we will run the program and we'll see what happened. So before that, just we'll be going one by one. Till now, are you clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. So we'll be creating project now. So till yesterday, we are just creating Java project. So from today, we will be creating Maven project. So I will tell you why Maven. So we can see here Java project is there. This is JDBC one we created till yesterday. So here we have one reference library for the jar file and source for the information. In that source only we have the main, and we have created all the classes. But for Spring we will be having some dependency files. So all those we required. So if we are creating Java project, that requires us to manually add the dependencies. So for that we are simply going with Maven. So in that we will be getting the XML file also. I will show you. When we create a package, when we create a Maven project, we will see this XML file, that is config.xml. So this we will be using as, here you can see we need XML file to provide the values now. So that thing we can use. And one more advantage we have with the Maven project is we will be having this form.xml. It will be looking like this. So here we will be giving One second, just let me expand this. See, so form file will be looking like this. So what we are doing here is we will be having some dependencies for a Spring project.
Hello.
All, yeah,
Create the file from the initial stage.
I will create, but I'm just showing how the file looking like. We haven't created the project till now. We'll be creating it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the form file will be looking like this. So here you can see dependency is there now. So this is the way to add the dependency. So to add dependency, we should have the form file. So that file will be giving in Maven project only. So for these things, and one more thing we have with the Maven project is we can update project, and it will be sometimes removing errors also. If we are getting any internal error that we don't know, that time if we update the project, simply we will what can I say, will be overcome that error, and it will be automatically updated. Okay, for 1 second,
How to update?
I will tell you. Just give me 1 second. Let me share 1 second. Just wait. 1 second, guys. Just let me solve this issue with my Eclipse. 1 second. Is my voice is audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, I'm unable to open my workspace, so let me create one more. I will try last one. No. See, from this you see that thing I will check later. So we'll be creating new Maven project. So here we can see where is it, interface annotation. So if it is not there, we can search also. You can see. Let me go back and let me show again. So file will be coming and will be creating new project, that is Maven. So it is not listing for me here. So for that I'm going to other, and then I will simply search here Maven. We will be getting Maven project here. So selecting it and then next. Yes. Next, and here you need to select this one, Maven archetype kickstart 1.1. So this will be using every time for Maven project. And till now we are not using any web. That's why this when we are using web, I will tell you what to use. For now we are using kickstart only. So then select next, and here we should give the values. So artifact ID will be some like name only. So let me rename it. So I'm taking it as first spring, and this I'm taking as spring. Here you can see package name is coming as first spring dot spring. So I'm just changing it according to my wish. So I'm taking it as first dot spring as my package name. So these things your wish, you can give whatever name you want to, and then finish. You can see here the console is running. So after complete creation, it will be showing us done. So this is the way the Maven project will be creating. This taking time because it will be adding us all the dependencies. That's why. So here it is asking yes or no. So I should you give yes, and then you can see build success. Wait, the project went 1 second. Okay, 1 second. I'm unable to. Just wait. Just don't leave the call. Someone has left already. Be here. Give me 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let me create the project now. That is went somewhere. So we are creating Maven project. File new Maven. Next, and Maven after start. Next, and name will be first spring, and the ID I'm giving spring. So here I'm package name. I'm taking com.spring, so it will be easy to remember, and finish. So now we can see the build is happening in the console, and after that we'll be getting, where is it? Okay, yes. 1 second. It's a fail. Okay, what is there? Maybe already exist, I think. Can you see any first spring here? Yes, okay, here is this. Okay, spring you can see here. This one. I just highlighted. Please respond, anyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
This is the project we have created earlier. So let me open the form.xml. So first of all, default form.xml will be looking like this. So for this, we need to add the dependencies. I will tell you how to add also. And one more thing, we can see for here we'll be having main by default. So package also which we have given. So after Java will be the our main what can I say main class. So here the execution will be happen, and we will be creating other classes according to our requirement. Okay, just let me take you through one of the example. Today we'll be discussing only simple example. So just please be careful and listen. Okay. So first we'll be creating one class. So I'm naming it as student. Sorry, student. And it is not public static void, nothing to do, just finish it. And inside student, we will be doing, just will be taking one variable that is name. And then I need to create getters and setters for this attribute. So there is a, what can I say, way to do this. So we can go to source and we'll simply create. Here you can see generate getters and setters. So if we click it, we'll be getting. We need to select the attribute for which we wanted getters and setters. So that is name for us now. So just simply generate. So we will be getting getters and setters by default with the clicks. So that is the flexibility we have in the Eclipse. So one more thing we'll be doing. We'll take simple function. Instead of function, we can take predefined also. That is I will tell you. Here you can see generate toString one of the method. So I can call it. I can have it. So I'm just generating it. So what it is doing, it will return these things name, value. So when we are running, it will be printing the value of name according to our parameter fast. So that is
Please
one thing.
repeat. Please repeat.
This thing, toString.
Yes.
Okay, so we need to go to the source and select generate toString, and toString for the existing object which is name here. Just select it and generate. So this is to print the values only. If you don't want to use this toString, you simply define simple function that is public void display, and you can simply display the value of name. So this is the class which we wanted to do, and this is completed now. So what we'll be doing is we need to one second. So here first we need to add the dependencies. Okay. So that is one is Spring and one is one more thing. First we'll add Spring Framework and we'll see. So how to add the dependencies? Just go to the internet and you simply select Spring Maven, like search Spring Maven, and we will be getting one of the repository. Just open it. First one only, and you can see so many things are here. So we'll be searching for Spring Core course.
Your voice is breaking.
Now,
Hello.
now it is audible.
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly.
Hello.
Yes, now you're
Okay.
audible.
So, okay, okay, fine. So spring context. One second. Let me open this. My network has some issue. That's why it is loading late. Spring context. Okay, it is context. Spring framework. So we can see I'm going to the Google and search to Spring Maven, and I have opened the first link, and here I have searched for Spring Framework, and I can see previous page. One second. I can see so many versions. So I'm just taking one of the latest version, 5.3.36. And just what we do is we take this and
Again,
we'll paste in the.
again, your voice is breaking.
Actually, here it is raining. That's why some network issue. Now,
Now it's okay.
okay, I'm just trying to change my place. Okay, fine. So we will simply do one thing, that is we'll copy this dependency from here and we will paste in the form file. So here the form file will be looking like this. So here you can see dependencies is there now. So dependencies is starting from here and it is ending here. So inside this only we need to add. So here already we have one dependency, that is JUnit, and remaining thing we can add from the Google. So for now let me take from my previous project. Everything I cannot go to the Google and search now. So that is the procedure for everything. This is one of the example one for me. You can see here we have Spring Framework for core and Spring Context also one thing, and annotation which is used when we are working with annotations. So now we'll be using two. So these will be pasting in present project. See,
Ma'am, hello.
dependencies are, yeah.
For each Spring project, we have to add dependencies, right?
Yeah, whenever we are working, every time we need to add. So that's why Spring Boot came into existence. Spring Boot will be removing this step from us. So that is the advantage with Spring Boot. So for Spring, we need to add all the dependencies which are required. So for now, I'm just going with Spring Core and Spring Context. So when we are working with web, we should add the web dependency, and when annotations, we should add the annotation dependency. Everything according to the requirement. So let me save these two dependencies for now. I just got it from here only. You can see if you search context. So context one is here. Just open and just select like our version. So my Spring version will be related to 5 like this. So I'm taking this, and once we are taking one Spring release as 5.2.25, whatever related things like context and annotation you should take same. Sometimes some of the versions are late, like you can see JUnit is at 3 only, so that time you can take whatever existing one, but all the things related to Spring you should take same version. So here you can see 5.2.25 and this also 5.2.25, so like that you should take. And after that now we are successfully completed with dependencies. So let me save this form file and we should update our project now. So how to update? Just go to the project and right click here. You will be seeing these options. Now go to Maven and here you can see update project. So if we click it, we can select multiple, but now it is for Spring only. So okay. So here we'll be getting the progress bar also in the right side. So what is the progress like that we'll be getting once you check with your Eclipse. So mine is not showing, but here where my cursor is, that will be showing what is the update happened like that. So after updating, we will be creating context file. Let me check one thing. Haven't dependencies. Okay. See, this string and this context, AOP, beans, expressions, these won't come earlier. When we are added these two dependencies, that time only it is came. If we remove this and update, these will be removed. So this is the advantage with updation. So every time when you add the dependency, you need to update the project. Got it?
Yes. What is the record for context?
Yeah,
Um,
context to save the, what can I say, object, like when we are working with XML files, so we will be taking the object from XML file and we will be using it in the main project. So this will be storing the object for temporary. So I will write the code here. You will be getting it on just 1 second. So before that, what we'll be doing, we'll be creating one context file. Okay, let me create. So here you can see new and we want XML file. So you can see here XML is not coming. You can go to other and search for XML. Here you can see XML file. So the name will be, I am taking as config and finish. So context file will be looking like, I will show you one more one. So we need to, you also save these things after when I share the file. So this will be same for everything like a syntax. So you need to save it, save all these lines. So I will tell you from where to where. XML will be coming by default. So this beans is there now. So all these things you also need to save. And we will be using these lines for every project like a syntax. So it will be giving features like here schema and beans. This is for instance and this is for what can I say, some location where it is happening inside Eclipse. So all those will be there. So these need to be added every time. So I will, whenever I share the file, you please save these also in your Eclipse. So whenever we are working with config file, we need to add these every time. So sometimes these will be increasing according to our requirement. Sometimes few things only enough. So like this, it is the basic structure we should have with the config file. So inside this, we'll be creating our beans. So this thing is not done. So we'll see how we'll create. Okay. So we have all the things ready and we'll simply create a bean. So this is the main thing which we are injecting now. So first we need to give ID for it. So this will be referring in the main. And for now I am giving ID as student as we are working with student class. And then we have to refer for which class we are giving it. So the class is student dot java, but which is inside the package first dot spring. So we should give package name, then dot class name, that is student. So this is the class. Got it? This thing first dot spring dot student. So it will be
Yes.
referring the class. Okay.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. Then we have created bean now. So we will be passing the attribute. So attribute will be referring in the XML file using property. So the property, what is property name for us? Here, what is the attribute we have? Name. So here also our property name will be name. If we have student ID here, that time our property name will be id, but it is name, so I'm giving as name. So the value which we wanted to give, so I am taking Java Spring. So this is the value I am passing to the name for now. So after this, let me save this, and now we are done with configuration file also. So now we'll be going to the main file. One second. Yeah, it's commented. So now we'll be writing the code, how we'll be using it actually in the main. So first we need to use application context, as you asked for why we are using context. So just see this application context, and we'll be having the what can I say, the variable to store it. So context is our variable now. So we'll be creating object to class path XML application context, and here we will refer this XML file. Where is it? This config.xml is there, but we need to tell our project we have the bean defined here, and this bean is for the student. This bean is for the student, and we are also passing these values to the bean. So how we'll tell, we'll have the all information inside configure. So we'll be passing that config here. That's how the project will be knowing the configuration file is there. So here we'll pass the path to configuration file. So let me check. Copy path is there. I think no. So we'll simply give config. If we are not getting, we'll see the path. Let me give just config.xml because all are in one program only now, like one project only. Here only everything is there. So if I'm giving config.xml, it will take sometimes it won't take. That time we need to give like a path, src/main/java/config, like that. First we'll give only config. If it is not taking, that time we'll go for complete path. So this is how context is helping to uh, give the path to the configuration file. And this time the project will be knowing this is the file where we have the bean, and after that we should use that bean. So I can say the bean is for student now. So I need to use student here and st. So we can assign the object of the class to itself only. Like we cannot use some else name, and we can assign student object. So we are assigning object of the student. That's why we should use student st, and we'll be calling that object. So how it will be getting? Simply use context dot get bean is there now. You can see. We should use this method. So getBean will be asking for parameter. So what is the parameter we are going to give here? So that is here the ID for the bean. So simply give student. So after that, the error is for typecasting. So I will be adding cast. So this will be converted to the student and then assigned to the st. So now we'll be using, we'll simply just call this. What is the method? ToString method is there now. ToString. One second. Yeah. So how we are able to access? It is taken the bean from here, and the bean is assigned to st. So now st will be having the object of student from the context file. So that's how we are able to access the ToString of student using first object. So just let me run this. We'll see we are getting the output or not. After that, we'll try to resolve the issues. So we are expecting the output of Java Spring as the name. So we are getting one error, that is parsing XML document path. Okay, this is not identifying config.xml. So let me give complete path. That is, you can see here, SRC slash main slash, here this one, main slash Java slash inside Java or inside project. Okay, first dot spring. Okay, it is inside first dot spring. So first dot spring slash. So now run again.
Okay.
Again same
First
spelling.
slash string.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay.
Yeah, we should not use that dot, right? What happened? Path is correct only. Okay, let me take this and keep it out. Copy, paste, and this I'm deleting. Control S. And here also Control S. And now run. Why? It doesn't exist. But we have it. Spelling is right only, na? Config.xml. Yeah, everything right. Just wait 1 second. Let me check. One second. I will check my other project. What I have used. Where is Spring? Okay, here it is taking easily. But only here it is not taking. Main slash Java. Do we have any option to copy the path? If you know, you can say copy qualify name. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, we have missed the Spring before. Okay, so let us try now. Again, exception. It does not exist. If you know, you can also tell. No issues. not like I only tell. Let me update the project first and we'll check. Why it is not getting this config? You can see the error also. Cannot open because it does not exist, but we have it. Spelling also correct, config.
The whole path, keep the path Spring SRC.
Okay, whole path from
Yeah.
Spring.
Yes, from Spring.
But it is also showing the error. Okay, I will try. So I'm just taking you call for name. So you can see same error. One second, I will try one more thing. Context. Same error, same error. Okay, let us create this file again. I just simply delete it. Okay, delete. Then I am creating here. So new other file, that is XML. I am taking name as test.xml, and next. Finish. And then pasting our code. Okay, fine. And now we'll taking this call for path. If I'm pasting path also, it is getting like red error.
Here, Spring Web dependency is not there.
What?
Spring Web.
But we are not using any web now.
Okay.
No local host.
Okay.
So that's why. It is just simple program. Now it is coming. See,
Okay.
we have faced so many issues for this simple thing. So there was issue with name like that. So you can see now student because inside here we have that. Here we can see student, we are printing ourselves. That's why in the output we are getting student and name also. And this name is coming from our XML file.
What is
Here
the error?
it is previous one. Now there is no error.
No
That is
error.
done. Now we are getting output. So this is the name. So if I remove this and I will give something Spring Boot and I run this. So you can see Spring Boot now. So we are passing attributes from the XML file and we are declaring the bean here only, but we are getting that bean here. So this whole thing done by IOC, which I said earlier. So is this clear? If you have doubt, you can ask because we got so many errors now. So you will be confused. So you can ask. We will be discussing this basic thing only for today. Tomorrow we'll be directly moving to Spring JDBC. So you can ask here now.
What was the
What
error, ma'am?
error was this path was not identified. That's why it is asking, showing like unable to open .xml. It does not exist. There is an issue with path. So what I did is just I removed that config.xml which is earlier and freshly created one more file and I just gave the name. It is working now. So it's simple thing, but it took a lot of time. That's it.
Okay, ma'am. Please tell me the purpose of application context, that line.
Yeah, application context is a predefined, what can I say, interface we have in Spring. We are passing this, what can I say, this configuration file here now. So we are storing, this is where we have the bean and that reference we are storing in the context. And using this context only, we are able to call that bean. The bean name is student. Here we can see bean ID, which is student. So we are storing reference to that context .xml file and using that we are calling that bean. So now the bean is assigned to ST. That's how we are able to easily print the value in the student file using this object.
Why you used class path XML application context? So why you used class path XML here?
Yeah, it is also predefined interface we have. Like these are all predefined classes and everything we use in Spring Framework. This is to pass the path of XML file. So this is the XML file we have created now. So
Okay.
we are, this is like creating object to application context only. But here we can use application context this side also. But that is not recommended. If it is used, it is more, what can I say, effective work. So that's why. This is like interface. So interface we cannot create object directly. So we'll be using the parent child implementing it now. So this is like child of it. Got it? So inheritance we have seen we cannot create directly object to interface. We will be creating object using child which is implementing it. So like that class path will be its child and we are using this to create the object.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, today so many issues with my Eclipse. That's why we are lagged. So there is one more thing I wanted to tell. Simple. What is IOC will be doing, and now we are using application context. If we are not using this, we have one more thing, Bean Factory. So I wanted to tell the difference between them also. But it's late now. We'll be discussing it tomorrow. Okay. I will be sharing these files. If you want, you can go through it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.